Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for our final match of the evening stream. It is the finals of the Open Doubles Cricket here at the Las Vegas Open. I'm Sean Green, joined by Nick Dichiria. Nick, we have a young duo of James Beeton and Jenson Walker from the UK taking on, well, some old school players in Mike Neubert and Charlie Harrison. Our first look at Charlie, who is from Derby originally and now resides in Arizona, if I'm not mistaken. But Charlie was the guy who I was talking about yesterday, having quite a run at this point. How are you, bud?
I'm doing great. Yeah, it's going to be a great showing here. Thirdly, have been impressed by the James and Jenson duo, J&J throwing through and through.
Big 7 from Jenson.
Just shots like that, rounds like that. They've shown the highest level of explosiveness between any of the teams we've seen so far on our stream for this event. And it's going to be a tall task here for Neubert and Harrison to really get over them, but they're not going to be afraid at the opportunity to try to do so.
And not to be an old man or anything, but they're also young and have a lot of energy and pep in their step still.
That is fair.
With good hair.
Admittedly, though, it is 8:40 p.m. local time, so not terribly late.
It is.
That has been a long day.
It is local time for them.
That's what I said.
I meant like local to where they are living. It's very, very late.
It's fair enough.
Anyway, back to Mike Neubert. You mentioned earlier loving those players that come in a little bit more under the radar. Mike just wearing a plain dart, not even a dart jersey, just golf jersey.
Charlie here going to be looking to try to grab the 17s to get him up and going. Does find it. Can take the swing because it's kind of congested on the 17s, but it sailed away on the last. Really, he didn't want to shoot the 19. He felt like he had to with the position of those darts.
Yeah, Mike and Charlie both reside in Arizona. And they find themselves here in this final. More of a unknown duo in the final, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, that's a reasonable take. But when you're at a field like this, an event like this, you just don't expect to know everyone in the room. And you learn lessons each time you're in said room.
Wow. Apparently, upset of the NFL playoffs has occurred as the Lions are out. And all of Detroit and surrounding Michigan suburbs once again go, really? Again?
At least they've been trained and used to it this time. The problem is when you start getting hope.
Yeah, and that's the problem, is that they are now being given hope by their team, and then the team falls flat to a team like the Washington Commanders, who are using a rookie quarterback, who, by the way, is one of the best rookie quarterbacks ever, but that's not the point. Being going for the win of the leg, and he does exactly that.
Getting the first of 3 requisite legs needed for the title here at the Tuscany Suites and Casino.
These kids are good.
I mean, they're great talents. We already knew that on the board, and they're adapting well to the cricket style of play. You can clearly tell that they've been adapting throughout this tournament, and maybe even just studied up on the research going into it as well.
Actually, that's a great point. They are playing with a really strong cricket strategy on top of everything else, something that you do not see out of a lot of the UK players, so you do wonder potentially where they learned the proper way to play Mickey Mouse darts.
They probably just watched Matthew Edgar play Danny Baggish. That's what I always recommend when you're overseas and you're like, I'm not sure about learning this American ticky-tack. Well, then you just put on Matthew Edgar because everyone likes Edgar TV.
And Matthew, just so you know, you owe us $100 now.
I think his channel's bigger than ours.
All right, we owe you $100 for mentioning it. Here is Charlie Harrison. Interesting form. Just kind of like starts at the shoulder and just takes it back, shoves it forward.
You can see Beeton just going to go ahead and take away the 20s. This could be an interesting grab here if you can find another one of those. Still playing from behind in this leg so far. Mike here has a couple different options. He's electing to go for the 17s and playing a little bit more conservative first. Should be able to take the swing if he wants. Going to leave that option for his partner, though.
Yeah, you can't lose a leg when you have more points than your opponent. And they're taking that strategy to heart right this second, which is never a problem when you're playing a talented team like the UK kids.
Well, and when you're playing a steel format like this, you're trying to set up your partner for 3 clear at the singles. Of course, still aiming for the trebles. More often than you would in, like, let's say, a soft tip format where you're setting up your partner to hit big collects on triples. Sometimes you're setting them up for big closes, which was not capitalized there, which makes that a big miss.
Oh, look at this. Boom goes the dynamite for James Beeton. That's a round of 9.
That's a massive shot here because now all of a sudden they've taken this leg under their control. Charlie kind of raising the eyebrows in the back there, giving it a, all right then. Knowing that he just needed to close those 3 singles in the 18 to prevent that from happening. And now all of a sudden you can see the frustrations there. Jenson Walker looks to his partner, gives the nod of approval, and here's the attack.
I said just close the 15s. Does exactly that.
Still leaves Charlie a redemption shot here. Needs to find the treble.
Does that. Twice. Big 7 from Charlie Harrison.
Definitely finds some redemption there.
Man, the team throws a 4-8 in this leg to a 4-2.
They're throwing well, but the timing's been better from the team across the pond.
Could be the best right here. And this is the best right there. Simply the best for James Beeton.
Charlie's all smiles on that one. Giving some big props on those last 6 starts there.
I think you got to kick him in the shins if you want to win this match at this point.
They seem destined to do so, but it's not out of their hands yet. Did have an opportunity here to take the leg.
It is a longer format in the final, race to 3.
Does grab the 20s or 18s on the last. Excuse me, I keep saying that. Walker having trouble closing it out, though. Only grabbing 2 bowls. This is your opportunity. Harrison needs to find 4.
Oh, is that it? He can do that.
Certainly would like to. Harder now.
Doable still. Still doable. One more in the red bit.
Oh, and he's trying to find the angle. He doesn't like the position of the flights. He's going to throw right into that dart and hope it deflects inside.
Come on, Annie Oakley. Oh, unable to get the job done.
That sail's just passed.
And you expect the 21-year-old to take out the leg. And it is a 2-0 lead now for Beeton Walker.
Important diddle here. You have to just win the diddle, get a good start on this game, forget about the rest that has happened.
And they have now been notified it is a race to 3.
It's always a little bit of a, wait, just the finals is different?
It's okay. It's written on all the flyers. Well, that'll work. You know, I'm telling you, just shove him off the stage. That's probably the only way to beat him right now.
We're seeing right now a high likelihood of the international players getting a win in another cricket event. That would make them 2 for 3 in cricket events if that's the case, with Eve Watson and the like.
Yep. But I will say in this situation, these boys have had very textbook cricket strategy for the most part, where on the reverse side, Eve won with a lot of skill and dodged some bullets with their cricket strategy. And, of course, the American ladies today got the job done simply because of their opponents chasing.
And, of course, correcting 2 for 4 with the other men's final as well that we had.
Yahtzee.
Finding that 20 every single time.
Just got to kick him.
Getting it real good in there.
Just a sweep of the leg. I'm telling you, that's the only way you're going to beat this kid right now.
But answer right back. How about a sweep on the 18s?
All right, some dynamite will work. Boom goes the dynamite from Mike Neubert.
An aggressive play right back there with just the 4-point lead. Gives Harrison an opportunity now.
It is 4:40 a.m. in the UK. 4:48, excuse me. So if you're watching along, good morning and happy Sunday to you. Thanks for joining us. Hope you find the good breakfast spots.
Good find on the 17s there. Just 5 on the turn. Does regain a 2-point lead. Control's still in the Americans' favor at the moment.
And again, this is how much pressure a 3-mark Mike knows is no good against these kids. 5-4 playing a 4-8 here in leg number 3.
And a good find on the last there from Walker. A clutch dart secured. And this has definitely been their closest affair they played yet as far as the point differential. 16 points is all that's between them.
Reminder, James is 21. Jenson is 18. And Charlie says, Psh, let's play a tie ball game. I have the 16s. And James does the right thing. Got to go 15s first.
It's a smarter grab, and now the necessary one needs to stay true. Just 3 singles, so handing the opportunity back over. Mike looking for a 4 on the turn. Needs to push the points just 1 mark at least.
That's beautiful. Take a look.
Now
for
take
sure. Oh, he stayed there, and of course, it would have been around tonight if he shot the 15. No, I'm kidding. Ends up with 48 on the floor, most likely, because you might as well say it.
Yeah, you're going to take only 1 dart at the close there. You should take 1 dart at the close there. You don't want to give your opponent an opportunity to hit right back on you. Just a 5 there, though. So faded that potential blow.
Yeah, but 75 points gives them the point lead back. This is where we see a lot of matches in cricket won or lost on the corners. What a gutsy last dart that pays off. But winning darts here for Beeton. Still on. Another one of those. Oh, would have given him the look at the trip 16. Gets the point lead back.
Yeah, I love that shot there. Puts a lot of pressure now. Mike, who has been playing really solid in this leg, needs to keep composure here.
You just go 16s all day, right?
Yeah, you have to. You're going to try to afford a point lead so your partner can start the bull rather than trying to add the bull into your shot.
And he shakes his head after the dart number 2. And Jenson for the title. Gross.
Double 16.
Stayed for the triple because he's not Mike Maloney and he's not silly. Last chance here, most likely for Charlie.
To save the leg and the chance at the title. Finding the 16, but just not finding the trouble. And he knows he's in dire trouble now. James to take it here.
There's the 25.
There's the 16.
And he needs one more. And he does not get it. 1 point down. So, well, can you hit 3 bulls, Mike? If you do, you're still in this match.
Be an incredible shot. Harder now.
I think it's pulled. Yep, nothing.
Doesn't go. He laughs it off. Walker, wiping the hands right next to the gallon jug.
Best. And there it is. Jenson Walker and James Beeton are the champions. And I'm telling you right now, Charlie walked up and was like, what was that, guys? Why did you have to do that to me?
Yeah, incredible performance from both teams, and that 3-0 scoreline is not representative to how well the Americans played there, showing their prowess on the board. I mean, both finding mid-fours in that last leg bout there. Good showing from the teams, and a great showing from our international players, hoisting the trophy in the open doubles cricket.
Yeah, great results there for James Beeton and Jenson Walker, your champions of the men's doubles cricket